Good morning, guys. Welcome to Friday's FRT Gold live video. A little bit earlier than usual today, but good to see plenty of you still watching. Hope you're well on this Friday. The weekend's just around the corner. Another really good day's racing today, probably the best of the week so far, although yesterday was a decent one, no doubt about that. And then tomorrow, of course, with a few group races and races such as the Sugar Cup coming from Ascot as well. It's a really good day, but hopefully we can have plenty of winners going into the weekend today. Just a reminder, this is a Q&A session. If you did want to join in that, you can join straight in this video, or if perhaps you're not watching live, or there isn't a question that pops into your head at the moment but one does later, or maybe you just haven't got time to join in that Q&A session at the moment, remember you can always email me, joe@freeracingtips.co.uk, or get in touch via Facebook, facebook.com/groups/FRT Gold. Always open there for any questions, any suggestions, anything like that. Please do feel free to get in touch. So before we get to talking about today and go through our tips and then have a little brief look at tomorrow, we're going to have a look at how we got on yesterday. And it seems to be we're just out of the horses we're tipping. It just seems to be that we're managing one winner, then a lot of horses coming really close, but as long as that one winner keeps being the premium tip, it's not too much of a bad thing really. So it's the premium tip doing the business yet again. Yesterday it was Supreme Occasion, tipped at 6-4, not the longest of odds, but a winner's a winner, backed into evens, and I don't think there was ever really too much doubt. And as I say, if we are hitting one a day, then we would like it to be the premium tip, especially today as we did search for a little bit more value today. But premium tips are giving us a decent enough week. It's sort of been small profit throughout the week, so hopefully we can have that one day to send it into a really good week, and let's hope that's today. So looking to make it 4 out of 5 for the premium tips this week, and also hit that premium tip and next best bet double, which I think is long overdue now. And also we've got the 2 1-point singles and a little earner, although little earner is a little bit the mess has broken up a little bit with 3 non-runners in quick succession, and now just 2 places for each way players. But we'll start off by looking at what races there are today. We go from Musselburgh, Brighton, Lingfield, Newcastle and Haydock here in the UK. So not actually as busy as yesterday, but perhaps a little bit more quality. And those 2 evening cards from Newmarket and Haydock, I would personally say, are probably the highlights. So we'll look at the premium tip for today. That goes in the 6.55 at Haydock, and it's Polar Vortex. Now this horse was at 11-4 when first tipped up this morning, and it's been backed into 7-4. So really plenty of support for this horse, and it looks as though it's going to get shorter by the minute as well. So hopefully, if you got that 11-4, we might have plucked some really good value there. Runs for Clive Cox, this horse, with Adam Kirby, the man on board, and pound for pound, I think Adam Kirby's right up there with the best jockeys, to be honest. I think he's an excellent jockey. 1 over 5 furlongs, and that was 3 starts ago, and was then outclassed at Royal Ascot, but you know, this race isn't anywhere near the quality of that one at Royal Ascot. And then had a first run over the trip of 6 furlongs last time out, and managed to should improve on that one today, I would think. It does look to be the one to beat. I think we'll come on for that run over 6 furlongs. Now knows all about this trip of 6 furlongs. Adam Kirby sure to give an excellent ride. The Clive Cox team have been in really good shape. These two have a good strike rate when teaming up together, and I think we're looking at a really good premium tip there, especially as I know plenty of you would got that 11-4 first thing this morning, and yeah, backed into 7-4. So plenty of support for this horse. And at the time of me speaking here, it might even be a little bit shorter. So that's the premium tip. The next best bet for today, that goes in the 5.40 at Newcastle, and it's Azraf, currently around about 7-4. That's from 15-8. Now this horse was actually second at Haydock behind Steck on soft ground last time out, and I don't think enjoyed that too much, to be honest. Didn't enjoy that soft ground. That form's been franked with Steck going on to win an even better race than that one a couple of starts ago. Has been off the track for just over a month or so, so it just seems as though Connections might have been waiting for the right kind of race. Marco Botti trains this horse, and Martin Harley is the man on board, and again, they're 2 men that you'd ought to be siding with more often than not, I would say. I think there's plenty to come from this horse. I think bags of improvement is expected, and this looks to be an ideal race. Does go up against a strong Richard Hannon 2-year-old, but on pure quality, I've just got a feeling that Azraf could be that little bit of a better bet, and that sometimes the Hannon and Hughes factor does take over. But yeah, I do like the look of Azraf in the 540 at Newmarket. That's our next best bet for today. That's at 7-4. So that would be a really good double. So it's 3 points for that premium tip, 2 points for the next best bet, and then 1 point if you are doing the double. And as I said, that would be a really good one. The little earner, as I said, this is a race that's sort of fallen apart a little bit, unfortunately. There were 10 runners, and it was looking good for you. 3 places each way. 3 non-runners in the space of around about 10 minutes means that there's only 7 runners, which now means just 2 places if you are betting each way. So even if you've already had your bet each way and there was 3 places available, it is quarter the odds instead of a fifth, so you do get a bit more value. But you know, some of you might just want to go a small stakes win only on this one now if you're not too keen on betting each way for 2 places. But Newtown Cross available at 12-1 still. Now, this horse hasn't actually been in best shape at all in his last 3 runs, to be honest. Doesn't look that great, but those runs have been on a good to firm surface, then at Kempton on the all-weather, and then on a sort of soft surface as well. So might have almost been a little bit confused. So there's 3 completely different races, to be honest. And I think it's a smart move from Connections to come back here to Lingfield after that course and distance success in his last race here, just a few starts ago. He's actually only £1 higher than that last winning mark, as well as come back down the weights a bit after those poor performances. And yeah, I just think knows all about this track and trip and can outrun his price. And at 12-1, I'd certainly be liking a little bit of a play there on Newtown Cross, with being a bit of a course specialist and knowing exactly how to get the job done here. That's in the 420 at Lingfield. Newtown Cross is a 12-1 shot. Right, as always, there's the 2 1-point win-only singles, and they go in the 220 at Lingfield. It's Jimmy's Girl. This horse was a 10-3 shot, now been back into 11-4. So the market is speaking positively for plenty of our selections today, which is always a good sign. And then the 8 o'clock at Haydock, it's Dr. No, another race that's slightly fallen apart a little bit. Was at 13-8 and looked decent value for just a 1-point sort of bank building tip there, but it is now at 4-5. But that's majority of that is due to the other sort of 13-8 shot being withdrawn from the race. So that's fallen apart a little bit, but still, you know, I think it'll probably be around about 11-10, maybe about 13-10 or so. Once that rule 4 has been deducted, if you got the 13-8, but we'll get to that. You have to worry about calculating that. So they're all of today's tips. Hopefully you can get on plenty of them. Feeling good about today. I think there's a premium tip and next best bet double waiting to happen. Even if it is just the premium tip, again, if you got that 11-4 this morning, it would mean that the day was in profit regardless. And I'm feeling good about that premium tip as well. So tomorrow, not the most prestigious of days, but actually I think a really good day of racing. There's no Group 1s, but we do have 2 Group 3s with the Rose of Lancaster Stakes at Haydock. Then there's also the Sweet Solera Stakes at Newmarket, and then the Shergar Cup, the big handicap from Ascot as well. Some really, really good races there. I think the Rose of Lancaster could actually be the pick of them. You've got the likes of Hillstar and True Story in this one. True Story, you know, was seen at the start of the season to perhaps be Australia's big threat to the Derby. That threat never really materialised, and that horse never really lived up to that expectations, but clearly a top quality horse. I think at the moment you're looking at around about 3-1 for Hillstar for Sir Michael Stout, and the returning Ryan Moore, who's had a bit of a week off. I think he's had a couple of days ban and then just decided to take a few days off. He'll return, and I think he'll be hungry for success on Saturday, especially after seeing Richard Hughes ride around about 5 or 6 winners at Brighton over the last couple of days, and that's very much challenge on now for the champion jockey's title. So don't be surprised to see Ryan Moore come back fighting tomorrow. And I think Hillstar at 3-1 could be a really good bet. True Story's about 7-2, and I think it might be between these two. But yeah, I do like the look of Hillstar at 3-1. I think on some of those performances shown behind the likes of Telescope and Brown Panther, this horse can really go well in that one. The Sweet Solera Stakes, I don't think there's actually any betting available as such now, but I would suggest that Arabian Queen could be a good bet in that one once the betting does come up. But we'll look at that market a little bit more tomorrow, and who's to say there won't be a tip in it. I can see myself tipping up Hillstar tomorrow, I won't lie. I do obviously, of course, I've just had a quick glance at the race. I need to look more in depth, but early signs are that I think Hillstar could be a good bet at 3. I'll put you off backing it each way, especially if the ground doesn't firm not backing it each way, backing it anti-post, sorry. That's if the ground doesn't firm up too much. But we'll get to that again tomorrow. Just thought we'd have a quick look at tomorrow's races, but it's all about today for now. Thank you for watching today's video. Hopefully we can have plenty of winners. As I say, any questions, do feel free to get in touch via email and Facebook. Thanks for watching today's video. Remember, it's available to watch on YouTube throughout the day. If you perhaps haven't caught it all, or there's something that you missed and you just like to hear back, then that's absolutely fine. But yeah, thank you for watching today's video. Speak to you all a little bit later on tomorrow. As always, Saturday's video will be a bit earlier, probably around about 10 AM, and then yeah, and then there'll be it'll be the busiest of the week tomorrow, no doubt about that, as we'll look at all of our tips and then some of the big races as well. But thanks for watching today's video, and I'll speak to you all a little bit later on. Bye bye.